Okay, guys, I'm pretty excited. This is Rapid Bob. If you guys read what that said, it's in mini mode, so I actually could not read it. But this guy was actually known for having this blazing fastball, and it was reported that he could pitch. There was rumors 104, 108. He with that crude radar. They had a couple different ways to do crude radar back then. He was actually measured at around 99 miles per hour. This is in 1936. He was in 1936. I believe he was 18 years old. I believe he was born in 1918. He was drafted by the Cleveland Indians, I believe, at 17 years old. Here's a look at his fastball. His four-seam fastball in the video game is clocked at 99 on average. I would have no doubt that he was pitching 100, 101, even faster at sometimes. But there is a saying. I mean, Chapman pitched 105. There's a rumor that he pitched 104. There's no proof of it, but if you look at some of the radar attempts with him, and if you look at some of the video clips of him, his fastball was amazing. I guarantee you guys, they were pitching 100 miles per hour in the 20s. I guarantee you. Bob Feller, I guarantee you, was pitching 100 miles per hour in 1936. So you can just look at one of the biggest fastball pitchers of all time, and that's Nolan Ryan, and he was pitching 100 miles per hour, 101, in the late 60s. So that's over 50 years ago. So there is no doubt in my mind that they've been pitching 100 miles per hour since the 20s. Probably since 1920, 22, 1950. I don't even know. I just know for a fact that in the 20s and in the 30s, they were pitching 100. I have a few family stories of people that were there. And so they were pitching hard back then. Walter Johnson is the real famous one. There was the first one they said was pitching 100. I don't know if he was the first. But then came Bob Feller. So this whole thing is with Bob Feller, and it's so cool. There, you can see his pitching repertoire right there. Every time I hit the dialogue box, you can see right there his main pitch is the four-seam fastball, and then the second is the 12-6 curve. So he was actually changing speeds. He was more concerned with changing speeds and movement. If you look at his top three pitches, four-seam fastball, 12-6 curve, and a slider. Here comes a slider right here, down and away. And so this guy was totally mixing it up back in the day. Look at that, four-seam fastball, 12-6 curve, slider, and a changeup. And then I think what was his fifth one, a sinker. This guy had everything. If you know the way, which a lot of you guys will, if you guys know the way those five pitches move, but for him to overpower people and then go into a 12-6 curve and then go into a slider and then a changeup and a sinker, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. This is one of the easiest challenges I've ever had. I usually fail at these challenges because I want to get the stubs and the points to upgrade my Diamond Dynasty. But this guy made it so easy for me. Bob Feller. Bob Feller made it so easy for me, and it was against some of the great Royals players like Alex Gordon, Whit Merrifield. Man, I want Bob Feller on my Diamond Dynasty. Anecdotal story with baseball is that I met this waitress, and she was probably around like between 82 to 90 years old. Old school waitress. I met her probably about 4 months ago, and she was originally from Cleveland, and she actually remembers the entire 1948 Cleveland Indians lineup that was the last one to win the World Series, and she's a Tribe fan. So my hat's off to her. I do not remember her name. But anyway, Bob Feller is point blank the most important Indian of all time. So go Tribe, go Indians, go Bob Feller. And anyway, let me complete this moment here. That's my shout out to Bob Feller. Like I said, if I get the chance, I really want to add Bob Feller to my Diamond Dynasty. That would be so cool. If you guys want later on, you guys are more than welcome to freeze his baseball card, or maybe I'll freeze it here in just a second, and we'll look at his baseball card a little bit more. But let's finish this this Bob Feller moment one more time here. Okay, I think this is my last strikeout that I need to accomplish the moment. Okay, Billy Hamilton. Okay, I walked that guy. That did not affect the moment there. Okay, four-seam fastball. I'm going to overpower this guy. Another four-seam fastball. Okay, there's a curve. It recommends the curve. That's what that little spinning thing means right there. So I'm going to... Oh, that was hilarious. Look at that little motion Bob Feller makes with his lips. So hilarious. Okay. Okay, let's take a little bit closer look at Bob Feller. Man, look at that overall 99 with a four-seam fastball, a 12-6 curve, a slider, a changeup, a sinker. I can't read that, but it says untouchable, excels at striking hitters out, grounded, cheesy, sinker baller, but knee buckler, and let's see what else. Cannon, pressure cooker, unbreakable, workhorse, stingy, and let's see if he's got any more quirks. And you can see there's his pitching repertoire up there, and the speeds in the upper right corner. In his four-seam fastball was at 99 miles per hour. Okay, now let's look at his pitch repertoire. I want to point out here that his sinker was 95 miles per hour. And here's a close look at his baseball card. Man, I really want him. He's a 99 overall. He was an Iowa farm boy. And he used to do a lot of like farm work. And that's what he claimed made him so strong. Because back then they weren't sitting around weightlifting and all that. So I just wanted to point out Bob Feller. I think he's one of the most awesome players of all time. I've made videos about him before. If you guys search deep, showing him throwing a 99 about in 1936. And for fun, I'll show you guys a little bit more of his quirks. Untouchable, excels at striking hitters out, obviously. Grounded, excels at limiting home runs. Wish Verlander could do that. And cheesy, throws an extremely effective fastball. It's basically like he is putting holes in their bat, because he creates with speed swings and misses. Cannon has an extremely strong throwing arm. Pressure cooker, performs better when there's runners on base. Unbreakable, avoids injuries and recovers energy at a high rate. Rapid Bob. Bob Feller's nickname was Rapid Bob because of his blazing fastball, and was widely regarded as one of the best pitchers ever to step on the mound. Okay, the rest just explains the challenge. Okay, guys, thank you again. If you did not get the point of this video, the point of this video is, this is common knowledge, that he had a pitch repertoire back then, that he was throwing blazing fastballs back then. So if you guys didn't know how long ago they were throwing like this, now you know. I would love to find out the exact date that they did start it. I have an idea. It was a lot further back due to family stories, which I will recount later. I've been kind of holding off on that. And also my other point of this video is to let everybody know that, hey, Bob Feller's the most important Cleveland Indian of all time, if you didn't already know that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I've made my point, but this guy was absolutely amazing. Man, I wish I was alive when he pitched. I mean, it's just, you don't know until after it's all over, you know, how important these moments were. And so in my mind, once again, we do have a couple great moments. And right now, just please, everybody, if you get the chance, just enjoy the time we have Altuve. This guy is going to be remembered like this for the next 100 years. And I'm so excited to have him around. Anyway, that's my video. And I will see you guys next time.